My name is Donna and welcome to my sewing journey. A couple weeks ago, I did a video of gift ideas where I hadn't posted the videos yet on how to make them. So we're going to address another one, actually two of those projects because they're very similar. One is the wristlet and the other one is a lanyard. And you make these almost identically. The only difference really is the length of the fabric. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to need if you're making the lanyard is a piece of fabric that is 3 inches, and I went ahead and pressed mine, 3 inches by 36. And you need a piece of interfacing that's 3/4 of an inch by 36. And if you don't have one that's long enough and you have to piece them together, that's fine. You're just going to, I don't know if you can see that, but you just overlap the little piece and press it into place. So what you're going to do is, if you can see on this, is you're going to fold it in half. You fold it in half and then fold the sides inward and press it. I'm actually going to show you how to do that on the lanyard. On the wristlet. And then you press all the way down the whole thing and you press the interfacing into it. Okay? You're also going to need some sort of ring. You can either do one of these little D-ring lobster claw clips. These are the ones I like to use because you can hook things to the D-ring itself, or you can, with their little lobster claws, or you can use a lobster claw to hold something. If you're going to do the wristlet, you need a piece of fabric that's 14 inches by 3 inches and a piece of interfacing 3/4 of an inch by 14 inches. And I'm going to show you how to do the process that I did on this lanyard on this one. So let's get started sewing. Okay, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to lay your piece of fabric right side down, and then you're going to fold it in half. And then you're going to press the whole length of the strip in half. Then you're going to open it up. And you're going to press. Now when I fold it over, I leave a tiny little gap, about 1/8, because that way it holds the interfacing and it allows for the bulk at the fold. And you're going to press it along the whole length, that little gap, the whole thing. And then I just turn it around. It's because I'm right-handed. And do the same thing on the other side. And you're going to press the whole length of that opening. Then I'm going to take my interfacing and pick a side. It doesn't really matter. Open it up and you're just going to replace that in there. Fold it. Fold it over, and then I just get it all lined up, and then I press it, and the interfacing is on the inside, and it seals it to the fabric. And that way you have the whole thing pressed. And again, if you open it up, there's the interfacing. Okay? All right, let's go to the sewing machine. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is place my clip onto my fabric somewhere in the middle. Then I'm going to open out each end all the way out and lay it flat, and do the other one the same way. Open it out, making sure that the reason I'm showing you like this is so that you don't twist it. So you want to make sure that this is still, so it's not twisted, the loop is fine. And you're going to line these little folds up and pin it or clip it. And then I'm going to stitch mine 1/4 of an inch seam right along here. So you open it up. Just want to make sure you see that so that it's not, so the clip is on there. It doesn't matter, you'll spin it to the right direction when you're done. But you want to open it up, and then you're going to stitch across here 1/4 of an inch. You stitch yours, I'll stitch mine. I'll meet you back here. Okay, now that I've got that stitched, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to finger press this open. And I just like to touch it with an iron just to keep it open. And then I want to fold everything back up. So I want to fold the sides in. Okay, I want to fold that side in. The other side in. And then fold it back in half and have the whole thing back to the way you started. And because a few wrinkles will happen, I like to just press it just to make it easier to stitch because of everything being manipulated. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the trick that I do to stitch this. So I'll take you over to the sewing machine. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is take off my part of my machine for the plate to open it up so that I have the, for sewing cuffs and such. And I like to stitch on the open side first. And I like to start right around my seam. So I'm going to set it up on the machine, and I'm going to lower my presser foot to put it at 1/8 of an inch. Then I'm gonna start it, make a couple of stitches, and then I like to, always back stitch. I like to hold it with a little bit of pressure, let the machine pull it through. And I keep my finger on the clip so that the clip doesn't end up getting sucked up into the machine. When I get close to the end, I like to clip my threads because I like to go past where I started just a little bit. And then I'm going to finish sewing. The open seam. Pass it a little bit and back stitch. Then I'm going to take it off. Turn it around, and I'm going to do the same thing on the folded edge just to make it pretty. And I like to start again where that seam is. I like to start somewhere around that seam. And same thing, I'm just going to guide it. Sew all the way around, make sure the clip doesn't come up into the sewing machine. And when I get close to the end, I'm going to pause. And I'm just going to clip my threads. Finish sewing. And I like to go past it a little bit. Back stitch. And then I'm going to take it off. And I'll show you the next step. It's really simple. We're almost done. So where this seam is, what I like to do, so see how there's the little bit of an edge on this side? I'm going to flip that to the inside. And whichever side you do, you just want the clip make sure your clip's on the outside before you stitch it in place. So you're going to bring the clip down to that seam. And what I like to do is I don't know if you can see that. So where that seam is, here's that seam. I like to hold it, and I like it about 3/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch from this clip. And I'm just going to stitch right across here. I actually like to do it on this side so I can see where the seam is. And I want to stitch right here about 1/8 of an inch away from the seam. And back stitch at the beginning and end. And then clip my threads. And there you have a wristlet. All done. It's that simple. Takes like 5 minutes. If you add cutting, takes about 2 minutes because you're just cutting a strip 3 inches by 14. And you can do a wristlet, or I'm going to go ahead and stitch up my lanyard, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, we're all done. We got the wristlet and the lanyard. And I did both of these in just under 10 minutes, including cutting them out. And what's really great, you could use this as a key fob for a little purse for your mini credit card wallet. You could use the lanyard for the same things. What my daughter uses hers for, she has a whole bunch of them because, you know, each one's got to go with the outfit. And she uses hers with her, to get in and out of her dorm. She has her mini credit card wallet in there and the ID case for her student ID that gets her in all the buildings attached to hers. She uses it all the time. And like, she has like 7 or 8 of them, and she's asked for a couple more. So anyway, if you make any of the projects that any of my patterns, I would love to see them. You know, either one of these, the bag, the blankets, anything. I would love to see them. Please share them. My email address is in the description of my channel. Subscribe and follow for more because we have more great projects coming. Have a great day sewing.